Room 407, the half-open door. Rain poured relentlessly on the curved tiled roof of the old dormitory, droplets pooling before sliding down the weathered wooden walls, carrying the musty scent of ancient forests. This dormitory had once been a venerable Shinto shrine, built during the Edo period in the 17th century, nestled deep within a dense woodland on the outskirts of Tokyo, where the city's lights barely penetrated. Dedicated to Inari, the god of harvests and commerce, the shrine fell into disrepair after World War II amid rumors of a curse. Shattered fox statues lay scattered under layers of decayed leaves and dust, and the priests who once performed exorcism rituals were said to have met mysterious ends. In the 1980s, local authorities renovated it into affordable student housing for nearby universities, hoping to dispel the dark past. Yet, echoes of vengeful spirits lingered, whispers of Anmoyoji exorcists who attempted to seal away yokai demons, failed curses leading to mass accidents, and especially Room 407, a chamber perpetually locked and vacant, due to tales of a group of priests possessed by Onryo, vengeful ghosts, driving them to self-destruction on a stormy night decades ago. That night coincided with the 15th day of the lunar month in the old Japanese calendar, a time when the veil between the living world and Yomi, the underworld, was believed to thin. The rain had persisted since afternoon, plunging the entire dormitory into eerie darkness. Power outages struck abruptly, leaving only the rumbling thunder echoing through the trees and the flickering glow from hastily lit paper lanterns hanging under the eaves. Tanaka Hiroshi, a third-year psychology student at the University of Tokyo, sat in his dorm room, flipping through an old book on paranormal phenomena and collective hallucinations. At 21, Hiroshi was tall and lean, with short-cropped black hair and sharp eyes that radiated curiosity mixed with deep skepticism. Raised in modern Tokyo, where science reigned supreme, he believed all ghost stories were mere products of human imagination, illusions, born from stress or distorted memories rooted in folklore. It's all collective hysteria, like during Obon festivals or haunted rituals, Hiroshi often told his friends, drawing from lectures on abnormal psychology. A soft knock interrupted his thoughts. It was Sato Aiko, his close friend from high school, now studying Japanese literature at the same university. Aiko, 20, had a slender frame with long flowing black hair and large dark eyes that held a melancholic depth, reminiscent of tragic heroines in ancient tales. Sensitive to the supernatural, she frequently dreamed of yokai or onryo, having grown up in Kyoto, a land of tombs and temples where Obon ceremonies honored restless souls annually. Hiroshi-kun, the rain is so heavy, I'm scared, Aiko said, her voice trembling as she entered, clutching a thin yukata damp from the rain. Water beads clung to her shoulders, evoking stories of yurei ghosts appearing in downpours, their long wet hair obscuring faces twisted in rage. Before he could respond, the door swung open roughly. Yamamoto Kenji, a 22-year-old mechanical engineering student, burst in with a wide grin, holding a cheap bottle of sake and several paper lanterns. Kenji was impulsive and burly, with tanned skin from karate practice, and he dismissed ghosts as outdated superstitions, hailing from Osaka's bustling streets, which overshadowed ancient legends. Kenji had once seen his younger brother drown in a nearby river, but he masked his fear of death with bravado. Hey you guys, power's out, boring as hell. I've got an idea. Let's play P-Sound. Room 407 is empty, and it's rumored to be full of demons. Let's test it out for fun. Kenji laughed loudly, his voice echoing in the dim hallway like a challenge to the shadows. Hiroshi raised an eyebrow, half joking. Kenji, are you crazy? That room's locked, and I don't believe in yokai or onryo. But if we're doing this, I'll lead to prove it's all a hoax from the subconscious. Aiko shook her head vigorously, her face paling under the lantern light. I had a bad omen in my dream last night. I saw a dark room with whispers like ancient curses from Yomi, and a cracked-faced Onmyoji, but Kenji persisted, pressuring them with boastful tales of demon challenges from his Osaka hometown, where he mocked haunted festivals as kids' games. Finally, Nakamura Yumi joined reluctantly. At 19, a first-year art student at Tokyo University of the Arts, Yumi was quiet and often sketched alone in abstract shadows. Petite, with shoulder-length hair, her evasive eyes hid a secret. Raised in Hiroshima, scarred by atomic bomb remnants, she possessed Ken, a sixth sense in Japanese culture, allowing her to feel unearthly presences, like chilling breaths from spirits or faint underworld murmurs. But she dared not admit it, fearing ridicule. I'll just tag along. I won't play, Yumi whispered, her voice nearly lost in the pattering rain outside the shoshi windows. The four sneaked into room 407 via the back door. Kenji using tools borrowed from the engineering workshop to pick the lock, grinning smugly. The room greeted them with a thick musty odor, mixed with lingering incense from old rituals. Wooden walls peeled, revealing deep cracks like dried veins. The low ceiling oppressed the air, with tattered exorcism charms. A Fuda dangling. In the corner, an ancient Shinto altar covered in dusty white cloth bore a statue of Inari, its fox face cracked in a long gash, as if a wound that never healed, with stone eyes seeming to watch them in the gloom. They spread a large paper sheet, shaped like a torii gate on the worn tatami floor, drawing hiragana characters, basic kanji numbers 0 to 9, and words like hi, yes, ie, no, sayonara, goodbye. An old silver coin from the altar served as the pointer for Kakura Santha, Japanese version of a Ouija board, often used by students to summon fox spirits, but infamous for deadly mishaps. They sat in a circle around the makeshift board, each placing a finger on the coin. Lantern light flickered, casting grotesque shadows on the walls, like dancing obeck shape-shifting ghosts. Rain drummed steadily outside the thin paper windows, mimicking a slow taiko drumbeat, evoking failed exorcism dances. Hiroshi began calmly, though his voice wavered slightly. If any spirit is here, from Yomi or elsewhere, answer us. At first, nothing happened. Kenji scoffed. See, all made-up folklore. No yokai here, just wind. But then, the coin trembled under their fingers, as if pushed by an invisible hand. Yumi flinched, sensing an icy chill rising from the tatami, like an onryo's breath. The coin slid slowly, stopping at high. Then it traced distorted, ancient conjectured strokes like venomous snakes, interspersed with onmyodo talisman symbols from the Heian era, resembling failed Ofuda drawn in blood. This isn't modern Japanese, Yumi stammered, her voice shaking, speaking more than usual, eyes wide with terror. She recognized some from her folk art classes, curses meant to seal wartime spirits. Kenji smirked, hiding unease. You're kidding, right? Someone's pushing. But Hiroshi frowned, recalling subconscious language from psychology texts on haunted rituals. They pressed on, Hiroshi's voice rising. Who are you? Why are you here? Suddenly, a cold gust through the shoji window extinguished a lantern, shrouding a corner in darkness. Yumi yelped softly. I feel someone watching, like an onryo behind us. Hiroshi hastily ended. Sayonara, we're leaving. But the coin froze, immovable. They fled hastily, forcing laughs to dispel the heaviness. Kenji slapping backs. Nothing, let's do it again tomorrow. But that night, dreams haunted them. Hiroshi lay on his futon, rain lulling him, only for nightmares to invade like a curse. He stood in the ancient shrine, clad in an onmyogi's yukata, holding a burning ofuda. The next morning, rain persisted, the forest concealing secrets. At the dormitory's small izakaya, they met for breakfast. Aiko looked exhausted, dark circles under her eyes. I dreamed of an elderly onmyoji face, cracked like the Inari statue, whispering of a half-open door to Yomi. He said, if not closed, spirits would flood and replace the living. Hiroshi comforted, subconscious influence, Aiko, from the rumors, but Kenji insisted on another session that night, to prove no demons exist and drink's sake. Yumi grew quieter, secretly sketching the board's strange symbols in her notebook. Glancing in the communal bathroom mirror, her face seemed altered, eyes deeper, shadowed. On the second night, room 407 felt colder, as if anticipating them. The altar had shifted slightly, white cloth parted, revealing Inari's gleaming stone eyes oddly. They resumed. Coin surged immediately, faster. It scrawled ancient kanji, dai-kan ... Tsukishizutsu, opening parenthesis, replacement ... Gradually, Hiroshi queried shakily. Replace what? What spirit? The coin replied with talisman symbols, halting at 407. Abruptly, Aiko blurted ancient kanji in a hoarse voice not hers. Mon guard 8. Tamashi. Door opens. Souls enter. She clamped her mouth, panicked. I don't know why I said that. It came from inside. Kenji laughed awkwardly, masking fear. Good acting, Aiko. Like a J-horror film. But Yumi shook her head, not acting. I sensed them closing in, like onryo infiltrating our bodies. They ended abruptly, but as they left, Hiroshi glimpsed the old torii mirror on the wall. His smile twisted oddly, as if pulled by unseen forces. He blinked. It normalized. From then, anomalies escalated, replacing them inwardly. Hiroshi tossed sleeplessly. Kenji remained defiant but behaved oddly. He revisited the room daytime alone, snapping altar photos for group chat. See, nothing. Old junk. But evening at Izakaya, he uttered ancient kanji fuin shippai, monhan biraku, ceiling failed. Door half open, he boomed. Just kidding. Yet Yumi noticed his eyes clouded, skin icy to touch. Yumi, most attuned with her, saw 407 everywhere, faintly carved on her room wall like a curse, in fiery Ofuda dreams. Even on her arm upon waking her, red mark like branded skin, fading on blink. She researched covertly in the library. In 1945, amid World War II, the shrine housed a master on Myoji sealing soldiers and bomb victims' souls, but a bombing interrupted, leaving a half-open door. To Yomi, unreleased spirits didn't kill outright, but replaced gradually from dream whispers, to ancient tongue slips, to mirror-altered bodies, ultimately possessing fully to live anew. On the third night, rain raged hardest, thunder like divine warnings. Kenji compelled return to 407, entranced, eyes bloodshot from weeks' insomnia. Must finish. Open the door fully. They circled the board, the coin whirled madly. In Striving Kanji, Daikan Kandryo, 407 Wakagi. Replacement complete. 407 is the key. Suddenly, Aiko screamed, pointing at the antique Tori mirror. Look in the mirror. We're not us. Reflections mismatched reality. Hiroshi's face morphed into the aged Onmyuji white-bearded eyes, hateful. Ico's became a Yurei female, drenched hair, vivid scar. Kenji grinned maniacally, his mirror face a headless shadow samurai. Yumi whispered, "They're inside us, ... Souls from Yomi." Fierce winds extinguished lanterns, darkness engulfing like hell. Whispers resounded from air, walls, altar. 407, Dai-Kan ... Sukush. Yumi, Herkon potent, grasped truth. Room 407 centered the curse. 407 etched as damned talisman. Spirits sought life via hosts. She murmured an ancient exorcism mantra from art books. Omani Pajami, Mano Tojiru, Omani Pajami. Closed the door. Abruptly, the door flung open, cold winds hurling them into rain. They escaped, but replacement persisted. Days later, Hiroshi obsessively studied Onmuto talismans, neglecting studies, muttering ancient kanji in class. Ico's nightly omens worsened. Conversations laced with odd tongue, hair seeming longer, veiling her face. Kenji vanished post-night, leaving a phone message. 407, Watashi Wakaru. 407, I return. His body surfaced in the forest river, skin etched with 407 like cursed tattoos, drowned despite swimming prowess. Yumi endured longest, but her paintings turned haunted. Rife with kanji in 407, sold to museums, viewers suffered. Dream whispers, mirror changes, gradual ... replacement. They didn't die immediately, but ceased being themselves. The half-open door in room 407 lingers in Tokyo's woods, awaiting curious souls. If in that old dormitory on a blackout rainy night, listen, the whispers may call from Yomi 407. Dai-Kan ...